All right, brothers and sisters, we're going to get this rally started. Once more time, who are we? Who are we? Who are we? That's what we write. Awesome job, brothers and sisters. This is what the Teamsters do. This is who we are. We are united more than ever before, and UPS better wake up and hear our call. Brothers and sisters, there's one thing that we do in Boston that is the secret formula for the labor movement. It's called unity, and that's what we do here. We are united more than ever before, and we have a great program here for you today. We have the General President with us. We have the General Secretary Treasurer with us. And you know why? Because they want to come where it starts. This is where we get shit done, is in Boston. That's what we do. With that said, I'm going to invite our first speaker up here. We've got from the International, the campaign coordinator, Rob Atkinson. Please welcome Rob Atkinson.
Thank you, Tom. I have a question. Are you all ready to kick some ass for the working class? Hell yeah. As Tom said, my name is Rob Atkinson, and I'm the UPS Contract Campaign Coordinator. I started at UPS back in 1988 in a small center in western Pennsylvania, right outside of Pittsburgh. There's one guy here from western Pennsylvania, good friend of mine. I worked there for 27 years until they fired me back in 2015 in retaliation for union activity. I've seen firsthand how this company treats their essential workers. What UPS did to me is a perfect example of how they respect Teamsters that work there. You all worked there through that pandemic. UPS went from making $4 billion a year to $14 billion a year during that time. What has UPS done to show that they respect the sacrifices that you all made working through that pandemic while they increased their profits by 250%? Nothing. Well, I got news for them. We're here to collect our share. We demand what we've earned, and we demand what we deserve. We ain't asking for nothing that we shouldn't be getting. We kicked off this contract campaign back in August, and we've been coordinating actions at the gates and the parking lots with every local in the country since then. And what I've seen at every local is a hunger and a desire to do what it takes to force this company to share the wealth that they've accumulated from our hard work and sacrifices. Soon, you will see contract action team trainings coming to your area, near you. I urge you all to sign up and attend these trainings that will be conducted by our training and development team. These trainings are a critical and vital component for us to get the knowledge and skills we are going to need to fight for the wages, the benefits, the working conditions that we've earned and deserve. Don't ever forget it. You deserve it. For years, we said if we only had leadership that would fight for us at the bargaining table. Well, I got news for you. We have that leadership now. All that we need to do is stand behind them. Are we going to stand behind them? Yeah. Damn right we are. We're Teamsters. And when we all stand together, there's nothing that we can't achieve. And that is what UPS is about to find out. Thank you.
Great job, Rob. Before I get to the next speaker, I'm going to give you an overview of what's been going on in New England. We've been meeting since January 22nd, I believe, was the first day. We've met on 8 different occasions. And I'll tell you this, brothers and sisters, it's actually disgusting. The company wants to come in and take away. After you guys have killed yourselves for the last 5 years, giving them the sweat equity is what you exchange for your contract every 5 years. And we've given them our sweat equity like never before through a pandemic that has kicked our ass along with everybody else's. So I got one thing to say to UPS. Concessions aren't happening in New England. Can you no concessions in New England. What do you say, brothers and sisters? That's right. What you got to understand is We put forward tons of proposals. We took every proposal that you put forward, and we put it forward to the company. Company looked at those proposals, and instead of coming in and saying they want to stick with what they got, they went the opposite direction. They're going negative now. This company is doing exactly what myself, General President Sean O'Brien, General Secretary Treasurer Zuckerman knew was going in. We expect this. We don't expect them just to give us what we want. We expect it to be a hard fight, brothers and sisters. But we've got your back because we've got the best negotiators in the country taking on UPS. We've got the best committee in the country taking on UPS. In New England, brothers and sisters, I give you one promise. That promise is there'll be no concessions. The concession stand is closed. Your committee is united, and we gave the company one message after the proposals. We said this: I'm not here on behalf of Tom Murray. I'm not here on behalf of this committee. We're here on behalf of the 14,000 members in New England, and you're going to give us what we expect. We've also told them at the table that UPS membership has never been so united in the history of this company. I've never seen it the way it is today. And I can thank UPS for that, because every proposal we put forward was because of bad behavior on the management side. And I'll tell you one thing, Article 59's got to be fixed in New England, because Article 59, this company is used as a punishment tool against our membership that does the right thing. So when you hear us come back and talk about Article 59, you got to stick to your guns, brothers and sisters, because we will get it done. Remember, we will win this fight, but it's all about this crew right here sticking together. Do you hear me, brothers and sisters? Do you got our backs? Let's go. Can I hear it one more time? Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? Thank you very much. I'm going to call up now one of our rank and file members that is on the New England Negotiating Committee, Sal Valenti. Please come on up. Where is he? Sal, there you are. What are you hiding?
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Teamsters Local 25. Thank you all for coming out today. We all telling UPS one message. We all are united in this fight to take on UPS. All that work we've done over the last 5 years, it's our time now. Through this pandemic, we worked six days a week, 7 days a week for what? They gave us nothing. This company is giving it to us now. We're going to make sure we get what we deserve. Brothers and sisters, this is important that we stay united. The company is out there trying to divide us. We've got to make sure we stay united going through this fight. Are you with me? Yeah! Thank you. We got to stay united in the for our brothers and sisters, for our families out here. We're out there working hard to make sure we get the right contract here, especially on this New England Negotiating Committee. We got a lot of good fighters out there. We got to continue with all you. Teamsters! Thank you.
Let's hear it for Sal, guys. Come on. Sal's at the table fighting for every single one of you guys every single day. We have 4 other rank and file members on that committee, too, that are fighting like dogs, trying to take back what you deserve. The next up, we have the 2 greatest labor leaders in the country, in the world, in my opinion. And I'm going to introduce you to the first one right now, our General Secretary Treasurer, Fred Zuckerman.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to see everybody out there, and I appreciate you coming out. Want to talk about the UPS contract just a little bit. You know, 5 years ago next month, the General President and I stood in front of this building and announced that we were going to run for office because we saw all the things going bad in our union, particularly with the UPS contract. Negotiate a concessionary contract, then implement it when it was turned down. That was just unforgivable. That's why we ran for office. So we have turned the union around quite differently these days to accomplish different things. One of the things higher on our priority list was unity. We had to unite the union to get together to negotiate good contracts. When we first took office, the General President told everybody in the building that we are not negotiating contracts and we're going to get the contracts done on time. That goes for UPS. We started this battle with UPS back in August. We had the rallies. We got out and informed membership. Sean and I have been traveling all around the country talking to everybody we could talk to at UPS. We've been visiting preloaders at 5 o'clock in the morning. We've been visiting package car guys when they get off their routes. We've been visiting feeder guys, mechanics, and everybody else to find out from them what's important in this contract. And we think that we have gotten enough information to go to the table and negotiate with UPS everything that the members want. It's very important to us. We got the supplemental negotiations going on right now. We told UPS there will not be any concessions. You will get done on time. They're falling behind right now, not getting the supplements done by April 17th, because that's when we want to go into national negotiations. But you know what? They're going to have to pay a price for that. They are going to have to explain to the General President on April 17th why the hell they ain't done with the supplements. And they don't want to be in that position. I have got the distinct pleasure of working with the General President every day. I'm a 44-year Teamster. I have seen 6 General Presidents in my career. And I am working with the best General President today that we have ever had. And every one of you that knows him knows that he's tough. He's a tough guy when it comes to negotiations. He's tough when he's representing the members. He's tough when he tells the companies that we will settle for nothing less than a great contract for everybody in the union, particularly UPS, because this is our fight coming up. You know, when we first took office, we had a couple contracts come up. We had car haul come up. We had about 67 days to negotiate that contract. And the General President was very clear, no concessions, on time. We got the best contract in car haul that we have had for a very long time. We had American Red Cross come up. Same thing, on time, good contract, got a great contract out of there. Not only is it a great contract, but we are organizing more American Red Cross workers today than we've been doing in the past. And we had DHL come up. And DHL, the last sticking point in that contract was inward-facing cameras. And we all know that story at UPS, right? We don't want them, right? And we are going to fight like hell to make sure that we get the same thing DHL gave us, that they will not have inward-facing cameras. So this is going to be a long fight. We need everybody to stick together, which is crucially important to us. We are going into negotiations, Sean and I, in 2 weeks with the company at the national level. Hopefully they will hear our message today, getting these supplements done, because we have got to get them done before we start negotiating the national contract. Now, we're going into negotiations and we're telling UPS very clearly that we want a good contract for our members and we want it done on time. If they don't get it on time, we're going to pick a fight with them. August the 1st, if we don't have the contract that you guys want by August the 1st, we're not working no more. We will continue to negotiate with the company, but there won't be a UPS person working on August the 1st if we don't have what we want. And being General Secretary Treasurer of the Teamsters Union, I can assure you that we will take care of you guys. We have over $300 million in our strike fund, and we will spend every penny of it to make sure that UPS employees get what they want in this contract. So let me hear it. Are we with the General President in this fight? Yeah! Are we with the General President in this fight? Yeah! Thank you very much.
How about Fred Zuckerman, brothers and sisters? Let's hear it, Fred Zuckerman, brothers and sisters. All right. Well, we've all been waiting for our guy. We have the best labor leader in this world standing behind me right now, brothers and sisters. And I have all the confidence in the world. Yeah, I know what he's doing. I have all the confidence in the world that we are going to get the best contract UPS has ever provided to their employees moving forward because of this man and because of what he gets when you guys come together. The most important part of this all is us sticking together, and clearly is proving it. So, one more time, who are we? Teamsters! Who are we? Teamsters! All right, let's hear it for our General President, Sean M. O'Brien.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is this working? Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a great honor and privilege to be back home where it all started. I want to thank you, got the best, hardest working president, Local 25's history, Tom Murray. Let's hear it for Tom Murray. Listen, we have 15 days before we go sit across the table from this white-collar crime syndicate known as United Parcel Service. Okay? 376 days ago, we had the honor and privilege to be elected by you to serve and protect the greatest institution in America, that is the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. And because of you putting the faith in us and our leadership team, you have proven that you want change. You have proven that we are not going to take and accept what UPS gives us. We're going to demand, take, and punish if they don't give us what we want moving forward. Now we have, from April 17th until July 31st, we have 12 weeks to negotiate the largest collective bargaining agreement in the private sector throughout the entire United States. So what does that mean? That means that we are going to set the tone for organized labor. If you're a pipe fitter, if you're a plumber, if you're a bus driver, what we do in these negotiations is going to set the tone for the entire country, the entire labor movement moving forward. And you know what? There's no better organization to set that bar high than the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. So, we have been crisscrossing the United States every single week. We've hit 30 states and all multiple hundreds of UPS facilities. We've also hitting freight. We've hitting construction. We're hitting every single workplace we can find because our message is clear. UPS's fight today may be your fight tomorrow. And if we are not united, one vision, one direction, one mission, it's to protect, preserve, and improve working conditions, then we are going to fail. I am so proud of what I see going on around this country. I am so proud when I talk to people and they have fire in their eyes. They got intestinal fortitude. They got burning desire in their stomachs to take on this company. A company that 3 years ago didn't care about you, didn't care about your families, but you were providing goods and services to keep this country moving. And what happened? They thought you were heroes. They were telling everybody, we have the best employees in the world. They're providing goods and services, making sure this country keeps going. Well, it's funny how fast they forget. And all they care about is the bottom line of their balance sheet. Our wages stayed the same, and in some cases they went down, but their balance sheet kept expanding. They made $100 billion off the pandemic. $100 billion with a B. And what did we get? We got nothing. Well, that's going to change April 17th. Because when we go to the table, there is going to be no niceties, across the table, we're going to have rank and file members looking at this company, giving true testimonials on how bad this company treats their people, how they don't appreciate what we do or you do every single day. And we're going to remind them, and we're going to remind the entire country, because I've been going up to Capitol Hill every day telling them, you got a problem with supply chain solution? July 31st, when Big Brown is shut down, you're going to see supply chain solution come to a halt. And you know what? We're not afraid to do it. We are not afraid to do it. We have a motto at the IBT with our leadership team. We would rather ask for forgiveness than permission, right? And the good thing about us right now is that because of, I get to work with the greatest general secretary treasurer in the entire Teamster movement and the entire labor movement. And what he's responsible for the finances of this great international union, 1.3 million members strong. And UPS has to know, and every other employee needs to know, that we have $300 million in a strike and defense fund. $300 million to take on this fight. And look, I get the greatest job in the world. I get to write the checks. He's got to find a way to pay for it, right? So here's the reality of it. Prior negotiations, before we went to the convention in 2021, we always look for vulnerabilities, right? If you're fighting in the street, or you're fighting in a ring, or you're in a football field, you're in a hockey rink, you look at your opponent and you try and find their vulnerabilities. You try and find their weaknesses, right? We do the same in the labor movement, and the companies do the same. Prior to 2021 in June, we were financially compromised, our members. You know why? Because you had to wait 8 days before you got paid on strike. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't wait. I can't go 8 days without a paycheck. I've got bills, I got tuitions, I got boys to pay for, I got homes to pay for, like everybody else, right? So we made certain that we changed that. So we are no longer financially compromised. I say we. The strongest link in our chain, that's our rank and file members. So moving forward, we take UPS out on the street, or we take Yellow, or we take anybody that wants to take our members on, we will be getting paid from day one, and you will not have to worry about the security of family or anything else. So look, this is going to be real easy. We have the most amount of leverage we've ever had in the labor movement. Think about it. We've got 1.3 million members strong. We're 360,000 deep throughout this entire country. We are unified. We know the issues. We've identified them. But most importantly, we have stated our intentions. And when you state your intentions to people and you look them in the eye, I believe they take you serious. And we've stated our intentions to UPS. 22-4s are going, or you're on strike. PVDs are going, or you're on strike. Part-time wages need to go up, and we got to reward the long-time part-timers as well. We need to make certain that we fix subcontracting, get these gypsies out of our yards, and make sure that Teamster asses are in these seats. We need to make sure we fight against technology. Technology that has held all of you hostage for the last 10, 15 years. They do not need to be looking at us while we're doing our jobs. That will be a strike issue. We also need to make sure that we protect and create as many jobs as possible for part-timers. We need to create jobs as a result of technology. We need to capture every single thing we can. And look, failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. If you're not in this fight, you better find another career. Because look, what we're going to do in these negotiations, we are going to make history. We are going to make an example, our Fortune 500 company, so that when we go to the table locally, when we go to the table regionally, we go to the table nationally with any employer, they're going to remember the beating that UPS took and the leverage that we had, and they're going to say, I don't want any part of that. Now, in any battle, in any fight, we're going to get bruised up. We're going to get banged up. But you know what? We're going to get up and go, one more round, UPS, one more round. Look, the reality of this, we are going to get the best contract that this company has ever seen before. You and your families, our goal is to make sure that we set this up for the next generation coming in. We're going to make sure that we leave this organization better than we found it, but we also need to take this contract, right? I'm telling UPS this, again, stating our intentions. We're going to be able to take this contract, and we're going to go to the non-union Amazon workers and say, when you're a Teamster, you're going to get health and welfare, you're going to get pensions, you're going to get guaranteed wages, you're going to have a path to a long-term career. And that's what's important about this contract. It's not just about winning, because we're going to win. There's no doubt in my mind, right? No doubt in my mind. But it's about organizing our competition, making certain that we level the playing field and we continue to set the bar as high as we can so that every single labor organization out there has the intestinal fortitude, and we lay the template down where this is achievable. This is going to be a victory for success through the entire labor movement. And I've been up in Capitol Hill telling these politicians, you don't come with us, you're done. No more money. You don't support our members, no more money. Fred and I were in South Africa where we got support from 118 countries represented by unions. 118 countries are supporting this fight. They want to make certain that when we make an example out of UPS, that not even nationwide, but globally, UPS feels the pain because they need to reward the people that make them the greatest success, and that's the Teamsters that go to work every single day. So look, in closing, I got a message for UPS. I got a message for any employer. Number one, watch what's going to happen, because if you don't want this to happen to you, stop behaving accordingly, right? Two, when you take on 1.3 million Teamsters, 360,000 UPS workers, it's a full contact sport. Put your helmets on and buckle your chin straps. It's on. Thank you.
Great job, great job. Brothers and sisters, in closing, we're going to end this in a minute, but I got one thing to say. We put this rally together, I think, in 10 days. What could happen when we do it for 4 months? Guess what's 4 months from today is? August 1st, brothers and sisters. Spread the word. Tell UPS we're coming. Remember, who are we? Who are we? Who are we? All right, remember, together we win, divided we beg. Thank you very much.